Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas here on a beautiful day, coming to you from the castle in the mountains today. We're going to talk about the most amazing book, the Emerald Tablet. Why have so many inventors, artists, famous people all sworn by this book? Why did Isaac Newton himself actually make a translation of this? We're going to talk about this. This little green book will change your life. What is it about little books? All right, I'll get right to it. I will not waste your time because I want you to start implementing this in your life today. And actually, we're going to do a little practice together at the end of this video. So the idea behind this is tapping into that one mind. You know, we've talked about this, like famous inventors, like Tesla, for instance. He would go to that place between awake and asleep to tap into that mind, right? He'd hold his keys in his hand, and as he dozed off and dropped them, they'd wake him up and he'd write down real quick what he got, right? Great composers find music in this place. They wake up with a melody already in them, and they just write it out. How do we tap in to that mind? And that's what this book is all about. Right, let me read it to you, and then we'll dig deep into this. It says, "In truth, without deceit, certain and most veritable. That which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing." Right? Doesn't it seem like a miracle? Doesn't it seem like magic when these people tap into that mind? It says, "And just as all things have come from this one thing, through the meditation of one mind." We're getting clues here. Meditation, right? All the greats, all the masters have meditated to tap in to that one mind. That mind that sees and knows all. So do all created things originate from this one thing through transformation. Its father is the sun, its mother the moon. The wind carries it in its belly. Its nurse is the earth. It is the origin of all, consecration of the universe. Its inherent strength is perfected if it is turned into earth. Let me just touch on that for a minute. Its inherent strength is perfected if it is turned into earth. When we take energy and bring it to the right frequency and it becomes form and matter, that is the power. That is when it is perfected. I love that. Separate the earth from fire, the subtle from the gross, gentle and with great ingenuity. I don't want to get into that yet, but there's a lot. What it's saying is be careful, right? Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. It rises from earth to heaven and descends again to earth, thereby combining within itself the powers of both the above and the below. Again, this is that meditation where you're leaving the body, the earth, and you're going into the heavenly realms, into that mind, and then you bring it back down with you and you create with it. Thus will you obtain the glory of the whole universe. All obscurity will be clear to you. Oh, this is the greatest force of all powers because it overcomes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. My friends, this is where we're getting that understanding of everything is energy, right? And if we learn to work in energy, the form and matter is no longer a block to us. In this way was the universe created. From this come many wondrous applications because this is the pattern. Everything is given to you in this tablet here. It says, "Therefore I am called thrice greatest Hermes, having all three parts of the wisdom of the whole universe. Herein have I completely explained the operation of the sun." Oh my God. So Now you have the information, but how do you use it? And I can only give examples from my own life. Well, I mean, we've heard other testimonies like Tesla and his keys and great composers. But there's a difference from hearing about it and experiencing it yourself. You have to do it. My friends, you've got to meditate. You've got to tap into that. It's about cognitive restructuring. And it's exactly what I used for helping people get through OCD. They say there's no cure for OCD, but if you go back and look at the comments on my channel from the Zoroastrian content, you'll see testimony after testimony after testimony of people saying, Magus, thank you so much. I've been completely healed from OCD, completely healed from depression. And it's from restructuring your thoughts. And so I want to touch on that. Let me grab this note real quick. I want to talk about cognitive restructuring, and I'll show you how I did it. But I want to read it to you first and what they suggest. So here is the 3 C's. They say to catch it, check it, and change it. Okay, so if you're starting to have bad thoughts, right? Catch it. And a great example is I live in the most beautiful place, as you see here. We got 200 acres. And I realized one day I would head out for a walk in the most beautiful heaven on earth, and I'd get lost in my own mind and negativity. And I'd be thinking about just bad things and what did that person mean about that? And I couldn't even enjoy the beauty around me. And then one day I caught it. I realized, what are you doing, Magus? You're in the most beautiful place. You have the most beautiful life, but you're making it seem ugly, and it's all right here in your own mind. So I caught it, right? And now you begin restructuring it. I asked myself forgiveness. I said, I'm so sorry. You deserve better than that. I'm talking to myself. You deserve better than this. I'm going to catch that thought. I'm going to check it, and I'm going to change it into something better. And I started thinking about all the good things that I'm grateful for. I stopped worrying about things that really have nothing to do with me. And even if they did, I made the choice to forgive them. Even if they didn't ask for forgiveness, I'm going to forgive them because I'm not going to let them ruin my life, right? I'm going to love the unlovely, and I'm just going to enjoy this moment. And I checked it, and I changed it. And I changed my thoughts, and I was grateful. And then all of a sudden, like the birds are singing, and the sun was shining, and it's just, life was beautiful, and I was able to appreciate it. And here's the thing. When you get into that kind of a mindset, you're creating, be it negative or positive. And so we want to make sure we're creating and not getting stuck in those loops. And that's the thing about what also this book is trying to tell us in the Emerald Tablet. It's a vicious cycle you can get stuck in, because if you have bad thoughts and you're creating a bad world, and then that bad world is going to give you more bad thoughts, and those more bad thoughts are going to give you more of a bad world, and you get stuck in this cycle of hell on earth. Only you can break it. So I'll share with you how I was set free from OCD and how it clicked for me, and then how I was able to help others. And it goes beyond just OCD. You might be thinking, Magus, I don't have OCD. It's also for just success in business, in your family, in just the overall enjoyment and experience of this life of creating. It's more than, it's all here, my friends. But for me, the first step was just getting over OCD. And my OCD was about the religion I was raised in. And I was raised to fear God. I was told you could be separated from him, sent to hell, right? You could say or think the wrong thing, which is blasphemy, and you're cut off, and there's no forgiveness for it. And I was terrified. And I would get in these OCD loops. And it was a nightmare. If you've ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. Then the message of the Magi, again, another little book. And I always say, what is it about little tiny books? It doesn't take much. Just one little truth. It exposes the lie for what it is. The lie, it's a lie. It's not real. You get a little bit of the real, just a little bit. And it sets you free from that lie and illusion, my friends. And so the message of the Magi came into my life, and it's the original religion where God was just good. He didn't get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, right? You could never be separated from him. He was just good. And I started restructuring my thoughts. I went away from that idea of that God that was fed to me to keep me bound, right? And you'll see the world religions, it's a scam. It's a trap. It's to keep you under their control, to take your money and your life energy. My friends, when you find the true God, it sets you free in every possible way. It feels good. It feels God. It's never scary. It's never confusing. It's always reasonable. That's what I love about the Magi, all about reason. And my friends, so I started, I'd catch myself when I started to get one of those OCD loops. And I'd say, no, that's not what God is. They gave me the wrong definition of God. They didn't give me the highest principle of God good. And so I caught it. Right? Catch it, and then I change it back to what's real. And you can do this in all areas, and it set me free, healed me from OCD. You can do this with your dreams. If you wake up and had a nightmare, just right as you wake up, reframe it. Give it a happy ending. You know, say you're being chased. You stopped and you put up a force field and they couldn't pass. And, you know, just whatever, but whatever it is, make it a happy ending. Make it a good dream. If you're out walking like I was and you get lost in bad thoughts, stop it, right? And start having good thoughts. And just, you start to take control of your own mind, my friends. And then, if that's not beautiful enough, there's a God mind that we call vohu menu that you can tap into. Now I'm reaching up. But it's not outside of you. It's actually in you and is you, that God mind. And as you get in that meditative state, you're actually going in, but at the same time, you're going up, meaning to higher frequencies, higher dimensions. You're tapping into that higher mind, that God mind that is all good. And I mean, oh my God, I've shared with you guys before story after story of what's possible when you tap in to that mind that sees and knows all. It's beautiful, guys. So I want to read you another translation of the Emerald Tablet, and then I want to read you Asha 1 because it goes along perfect with that. Which one should we do? Do you want me to do Isaac Newton's? It's got that old English thing going on there. It says, "'Tis true without lying, certain and most true. That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like ye which is below, to do ye miracles of one only thing." Right? That's what we're looking for, that magic and that miracles. How do we do it? "And as all things have been and arose from one by ye, meditation of one." There it is, you meditation on the one. Beautiful. "So all things have their birth from this one by adaptation. The sun is its father, the moon its mother. The wind hath carried it in its belly, the earth its nurse. The father of all perfection in ye whole world is here. Its force of power is entire, if it be converted into earth. Separate thou ye earth from ye fire, ye subtle from the gross, sweetly with great industry. It ascends from ye earth to ye heaven, and again it descends to ye earth, and receives ye force of things superior and inferior. By this means ye shall have ye glory of ye whole world, and thereby all obscurity shall fly from you. Its force is above all force, for it vanquishes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. My friends, this is what we're always talking about. Don't try to change the world, right? Change the frequency, the ideas that you hold. The world, the form and matter will take care of itself. As you present the right energy, the right frequency, the form and matter will change. Its force is above all force, for it vanquishes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. So was ye world created, right? Thoughts make your world. My God, my God. From this are and do come admirable adaptations, whereof ye means of processes here in this. Hence I am called Hermes Trismegistus, having 3 parts of ye philosophy of the whole world. That which I have said of ye operation of ye sun is accomplished and ended. Asha 1. Asha 1 says this beautifully. It says the whole universe vibrates with expectant energy. The whole universe, it's energy, it's vibrating, it's expecting you to command it, to give it the frequency for it to take shape and form. It says all throughout the celestial palace, the prospect of ever-expanding good radiates brilliant and bright with joy as the highest principle of good shines the light of observance on the dark waves. That is the plastic medium of creation, right? This is like the double slit experiment, right? It's the observer's focus. In conformity to law, the wise Lord's highest desire, focused into form, young, timeless, and beneficial to all. It's our observance, our focus, our thoughts, the energy, the frequency we hold. My friends, and of course, this is a spiritual channel. It's the order of the Magi. And so if we'll hold that pure spirit, Zoroaster means pure starlight. That's the star the Magi follow. It's that pure starlight, that Zoroaster. It's that God mind, that one mind in you that's undefiled, undiluted, unmixed. My friends, if we'll start speaking from that place, I see and know all. Me and my children will live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. There's a hedge of protection around me, my family, my animals, and my home. I am blessed in everything I do. I am divine life and death cannot enter. I am divine health and sickness and disease dies when it touches me. Everything I put my hand to prospers. My God, my God. Speak truth. You'll change that vicious cycle. Receive that pure spirit that's all good, unmixed. See that only a perfect creator's perfect mind could make a perfect world. And I will stand for nothing less. It is my divine birthright to live in my good. And it's an injustice to me to suffer sin, sickness, and death. I refuse. I have access to that God mind, that vohu menu. I come from good spirit. I'm made of good spirit. I am God's stuff. I'm too great to be overcome. And I can never be separated from my loving parent. Asha is. Asha is. Asha is.